E.G. Daily on the Mike Holder Show, and the song Wait. Before that, we heard Aim for the Weekend and Over It. It is the Mike Holder Show. Some people just need to get over it. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'll just leave it at that. I could expound on it, but I'm not gonna. I can expound on it, but I won't. Sometimes you just have to let things go. And sometimes you just have to realize that people are going to carry a chip on their shoulder for the rest of their lives. No matter what you do. Even if that chip's on the shoulder because you put it there. If your plan is never to put the chip on the shoulder ever again, they just want to keep that chip up there. So, whatever. You know, we'll just live on. All right. Before we get going, we're going to talk about this Movember real quickly since Dave Murray sent me his Movember GIF. How many of you guys actually do Movember? You know, grow the mustache. Used to be the beard, but now it's the mustache. Let me know. Send me an email, mike@mikeholder.com. Visit me on the Facebook page for the show, which is facebook.com/The Mike Holder Show. Or you can hit me up on Twitter at Mike E.L. Holder. That's at MikeEelholder. Say it all together. It says Mike L. Holder. Yeah. That's my birth name, Michael. I use Mike on the air. Not very many people get to call me Michael. Yep. My dad, my sister, and Susan. That's it. It's the only people call me Michael. Everybody else calls me Mike. Anyone else calls me Michael. It's like, who? Who are you talking about? Anyway. Before we get on to my Bob Dylan comment, amazing, record-breaking 5-day box office for Thanksgiving Day weekend at the movies. Rise of the Guardians, Life of Pi, Red Dawn, Breaking Dawn, Skyfall, Lincoln, all of them doing stupendous. All-time box office record for Thanksgiving Day weekend, the 5-day weekend. $288 million for the 5 days. Beat out the 2009 record of $258 million. Kind of reminds me something about what my dad used to talk about during the Great Depression. People went to the movies a lot to escape. Wonder if that's what's happening now. Except back then, movies were only like a nickel. Now you're paying like $8. Isn't that odd? What used to cost a nickel 80 years ago costs $6 now. Talk about your inflation. Yeah, one of these days I do believe we need a reset. We just need to have a reset, okay? All right, what I was talking about, since I only got a few more minutes. Bob Dylan was right. The times, they are a-changin'. And why do I say that? Well, according to our national anthem, there's a line at the end, Land of the Free. Yep, Land of the Free. A woman was arrested in Florida for riding a manatee. Somebody snapped a picture of it, turned it into the cops, and they arrested her. The manatee was not complaining. She was actually, the manatee loved it. But still, there is the Florida Manatee Sanctuary Act that protects the endangered sea animal and says in part, it is unlawful for any person at any time, by any means, in any manner, intentionally or negligently to annoy, molest, harass, or disturb, or attempt to molest, harass, or disturb any manatee. She didn't know it was illegal to touch a manatee. She was new to the area. The manatee, of course, was not hurt, but she still has to pay a $500 fine. Yep, the land of the free. Then there's this story. A man was jailed 4 days for videotaping cops. That's right. He was arrested for videotaping the cops. He was charged with resisting, delaying, and obstructing an officer, but the video shows he was standing well out of the way of a traffic stop and was only arrested when he failed to produce identification to the approaching officer. And there's no law in California that requires citizens to produce identification. And even if there was, it would require the officer to have a reasonable suspicion that he was committing a crime. But prosecutors have already dropped the charge, as well as a few other minor citations relating to his bicycle, such as not having proper reflectors on the pedals. And they most likely knew who he was, considering he won a $25,000 settlement from the same police department after they unlawfully arrested him on eavesdropping and wiretapping charges in 2005. This time it appears Hawthorne Police in California will be dishing out much more thanks to Officer Gabriel Lyra's abuse of authority. Land of the free. Yep. I do believe so. Got a couple more minutes. We'll get a couple of more of these in. Land of the free, huh? Company fires 150 employees for not getting flu shots. What? Tri Health, of all places, fires 150 employees for not getting the flu shots. Company offered the shots for free. Apparently, the flu shot is required. The employees had a month to get the flu shot. Deadline was November 16th. Employees who did not get the shot were terminated Wednesday. Employees who were terminated can appeal to be reinstated after receiving the shot. Yep, land of the free. So now, having a flu shot is a requirement to keep your job. And then, of course, we've been talking about this one the past couple of weeks. San Antonio School District's website was hacked over the weekend to protest its policy requiring students to wear microchip-embedded cards tracking their every move on campus, and will also track them after they leave campus after school. Apparently, there was a teenager purportedly working with the hacker group Anonymous, said in an online statement he took the site down because the Northside School District is stripping away the privacy of students in your school. He hacked into the site Saturday, and it was still not working on Sunday. The school district has not confirmed that it was hacked. But this debate's been going on. There was a student who basically stood up against the policy, refused to wear the ID. They were going to expel her. But she wound up getting an injunction from the judge on that. Yep, land of the free. Plus now there's going to be some palm scanners that are going to be implemented in Pinellas County, Florida. Students are going to be paying for lunch with cash or card, but with a wave of their hand over a palm scanner. It basically reads the unique vein patterns in your hand and will ID you from that. It's so quick that a child could be standing in line, call mom and say, I forgot my lunch money today. She's by her computer, runs her card, and by the time the child is at the front of the line, it's already recorded. Students take about 4 seconds to swipe and pay for lunch. Interesting. So now they're going to scan our palms. Okay. Well, you know, they've been fingerprinting for years, and fingerprints are unique, but I guess the veins in your hands are unique as well. So now another new way to ID us. Land of the free. Okay, then. As Bob Dylan sang once, the times they are a-changin'. Well, that just about does it for me. I gotta head out of here. just because I do. I'm out of time. But that's how it goes, you know. Well, I was glad to be back. Looks like we didn't have too many major glitches. A couple of songs hiccuped on this end. I don't know if they hiccuped on the other end there. Hopefully they didn't. It's glad to be back. It's glad to have me, right? I'm just very blessed. A whole 6 months of not knowing what was going to happen. A day-to-day thing, man. But you know what? I hung in there. It's all about faith, man. You got to persevere and have faith and move forward. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you lapse. Sometimes you worry. And sometimes you say, I'm never going to get out of this. And you fall back on your emotions. But then you pull yourself back up. And there's one person that's been an inspiration to me to do that. And that's Susan. And I thank you for that. You're my focus. And you'll continue to be. All right, well, we'll try to be back on Monday night. We'll see what happens, all right? Until next time, Mike Holder saying, keep looking forward and always, always keep looking upward. Later, y'all!